Hello, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, and of course, the ever wonderful YouTube. My name is Frank Lavinia. You can check me out at franksworld.com, datadriven.tv, or impactquantum.com. I am streaming outside because it is a wonderful day in the DC area. Pollen is a bit high for my taste, but nowhere near as bad as it was a few weeks ago. For me, at least, the cars seem to be covered in some kind of pollen. My production assistant um, is whining at other dogs in the area. And a couple of things I think are going to have a high impact this week. Obviously, I didn't, for those who don't know, I'm actually in the middle of moving. And fortunately for me, I managed to get interest rates before they went up too much. Um, The other thing I was going to say was the economy is now back on people's, the impact of inflation is finally, I think, impacting kind of Wall Street. You saw Amazon is not having a good day. The stocks today might be good, but I haven't checked today. Um, Microsoft is off considerably from their highs. Those are the two main stocks that I track. Um, there we go. My puppy dog is making friends. But ultimately, I think that regardless, I heard I think it was Grant Cardone had said something that had quite a significant impact on me. And he basically says Warren Buffett, his way to beat inflation is, well, obviously he's very wealthy, but how we got wealthy is um, the best way, excuse me, the best way to beat inflation is to invest in yourself. And I thought that I heard that and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because I also believe in that is that, invest in yourself because no matter what happens in your life, you are always stuck with you. Um, Stuck with makes it sound negative. But I mean, ultimately, until the day you die, you are stuck with you. What happens afterwards, I think, is up for debate. I have my own beliefs. I'm sure you do too. Um, but I think we can all agree that we're all stuck with ourselves. And if you invest in yourself, that is an investment that will always pay good dividends, regardless of what the economy is doing. Um, it appears that my dog has got sight of a bunch of other dogs. I'm waiting outside. The kids are in martial arts class, and going to be some of their last ones at this school. I really love this school. Love the master here too. He's really good. That's probably one of the things we're going to miss most about in moving. Um, Speaking of moving, got all my desks constructed and put together. Next up is to put together the big 6 monitor rig. Um, Maybe I should do a video on that. Let me know in the comments below if I should do a video on that. That thing is a beast. Honestly, that was the thing I was most worried about moving. That and the elliptical, because that's pretty heavy too. Um, Elliptical, though, I had somebody else move, but the monitors I want to do myself because I'm a geek. What can I say? In terms of other high impact things, there's definitely some concern about what's happening in Ukraine. I don't hear any talks about ceasefires or anything like that anymore, or truces. It seems like there might be another front opening up. Again, not a Central European or Eastern European policy analyst or defense analyst, but I think the hopes of many of this being short and resolved quickly on both sides of the conflict have been quashed. I think this is going to be around for much longer, and we can only hope that it stays confined. Um, on the upside is that the Ukrainian people have fought very hard and they've really slowed down the Russian advance. I think there's some concern that by the time that we call it VE Day here, Victory in Europe Day, think in Russia they call it the commemoration of the Great Patriotic War, or something like that, to mark the end of World War II in Europe. Um, I think there was some hopes on the Russian side this would all be wrapped up in a bow by then. That clearly hasn't happened. Is there going to be pressure to kind of do something dramatic and crazy for that? I don't know, but it's rather doomy and gloomy kind of high impact Tuesdays. Usually these are great stories. If you go to franksworld.com, there's a real interesting story about organic chips and the ability to print them off at home. I think, and there's kind of this question is, could this beat silicon? I think in the long term, I think it will. In the near term, not so much. I think there's still a lot of technology needs to evolve. Same thing with quantum computing. I think quantum computing is still very real, still very viable, but it's still a ways off. I think that ways, though, is getting shorter and shorter as innovations happen, as you get this notion of hybrid quantum computing. Saw a really interesting post go by on LinkedIn that I bookmarked for later. This moving thing has really impacted my reading time, I will say that. So with that, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to enjoy this nice weather, enjoy my Red Bull. Technically, it's not soda, right? And just chill out. You can check me out on the following social platforms. Oops. Let's see, did it do it? Let's see. Twitter and Instagram, I'm at FrankDiggsData. And you can check me out there. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and someone's out enjoying this nice day on their motorcycle. Good for them. All right, you have a great day, evening, morning, whatever it is on this spinning planet of